If you have a very young child, we're talking 1, 2, 3 years old, and they're mouth breathing, having sleep problems, feeding problems, and you've gone to an airway doctor and they're like, come back in a few years, that can get really frustrating. And there's a lot we can do to help our little ones. One of those things is probably not going to be putting the world's best expander in their mouth, but what we can do is we can look at root cause issues. Number one, lip ties, buccal ties. These things are pressures that where the lips and cheek muscles are connected too tightly to our jaws. When we're growing, our tongue muscle typically will put pressure up on our palates that will create the outward and wider growth. But oftentimes, the young kids that have the worst problems will have very, very tight lip ties and buccal ties. When I do my assessments, that's the first thing that I'll look at. These are things that we can easily correct, even in infants. The longer these ties are in place, the more that they will affect the underdevelopment of our child. From birth to age 2 is a rapid growth phase for the cranial complex. Then there's normally a slowdown between ages 2 and 5. And then we see another growth spurt. There's a huge opportunity to get in with our little ones and do something. That's something that you can do is diagnosing and releasing lip ties and buccal ties. They can be conservatively released with CO2 lasers. There's lip stretches and cheek stretches that you can perform on your own at home. There's some instruction that can be given to you about these stretches by a myofunctional therapist. This is something that will help more than you can imagine. Of course, later, there'll be the need for expanders, probably a tongue tie. We really don't think releasing a tongue tie is a great idea unless the tongue is very anteriorly attached. In that particular case, sometimes in babies that aren't feeding or they have an anterior tie, we may actually do an anterior tongue tie release. But please bring your young one in and don't give up. There's lots that can be done, even for a 1 or 2 year old child.